Only you would brush your hair and tuck your shirt in. My chest deflates and I wiggle away so I can face Mum and get it over with. Your granddad rang, she says, eyeing me over the top of a mug of tea. Yeah, I know, I gulp. Look, Mum cuts me off. Best hurry over there now. My dad's been working much too hard lately, and it sounds like he needs your help. I'm startled into silence. Why isn't she shouting at me for lying to her and getting into trouble at school? Why isn't she moaning about how I don't work hard enough and wishing I'd just try a bit harder because look how well your cousin Inaaya has done? I glance at Inaaya, and her disappointed face almost makes me laugh. Right, yeah, I'll go over there now, I say quickly before she can change her mind. Maybe Mum will shout at me later, but at least Inaaya won't be there to witness it. Oh, wait, Mum says, as her gaze drifts away to meet Aunt Rika's for a moment. Can you take your cousin with you, please? Give us a bit of peace to catch up properly. I groan silently. I might have known Mum would find a way to punish me somehow. No, it's all right, Auntie Leanne, Inaaya says quickly. Danny should go and see his granddad on his own. I'll stay here. I've got homework to get on with. Yeah, see? Inaaya has homework, I add, feeling a teeny smudge of gratitude to Inaaya. There's no way Mum will be able to argue against homework. The fresh air will do you good, better, Aunt Rika says, tucking her bare feet under her on the sofa and dunking a biscuit in her tea. Go with your cousin. Your aunt and I have a few important things to discuss. Of course, Mum. Inaaya kisses her mum on the cheek and waits politely for me to move. I huff down the hallway with my perfect cousin, hanging on my heels like an annoyingly well-groomed dog, and head out onto the estate. Inaaya doesn't say anything as we walk, but her shoulders are hunched up near her ears, and she keeps glancing around her all the time like she's being followed. What's up with you? I ask. Sad because you missed out on seeing me get in trouble? Nothing's up with me, she says, jumping at the random slam of a car door. What? Do you think you're going to get mugged or something? She shrugs. It's not my fault your estate has a bad reputation. I grind my teeth. Honestly, just because it's a council estate doesn't mean it's dangerous. It's more like a big family. Somewhere you can belong. Somewhere you feel safe. That's fake news, Inaaya. No one's going to mug you. However, I am considering whether it's possible to accidentally lose her somewhere. I mean, it would be easy though. My estate is massive, and if you don't grow up here, it's almost impossible to find your way around. I reckon if I'm clever, she might not turn up again till Christmas. I hurry her through one of the garage blocks that line the far edge of the estate and across the concrete playground. I turn left, past the block of flats where my best mate Modge lives, and then swing right down an overgrown, rubbish-strewn alley and try to lose her. But no such luck. Inaaya stays glued to my heels the whole way to my granddad's block and follows me up the concrete steps to the first floor. I really hope my granddad's not too annoyed about me being late. I hate it when he's upset with me. I've been helping him out a fair bit lately, because it's a lot of work being a caretaker on an estate this size. And Mum was worried it was getting a bit too much for him. I'd promised to help with setting up this new batch of smoke alarms today, but then I got this stupid detention from Mr. Ossard for something I didn't even do, and I forgot to ring him, and now it's all a big mess. What's that smell? Inaaya demands, wrinkling up her nose. I can't smell anything, I insist, which isn't exactly true. All the stairways pong of wee a bit if I'm honest, but I hardly notice it anymore. They're still fun to mess about in. The whole estate is good for that actually. There are so many alleyways and ramps and balconies and sheds that me and Modge never get bored. But Modge isn't here. Instead, I've got little Miss Boring trailing behind me down the balcony to my granddad's flat, with one hand dramatically clamped to her nostrils. I knock on the door a few times, but there's no answer. So I peer through the letterbox. Grandad? I yell, because he's a bit deaf now, and he doesn't always hear me. There's still no answer. What now? Inaaya asks, with a long, suffering sigh. He must be at the workshop already, I tell Inaaya, a squirrel of guilt scurrying around my gut because he'd have to carry all the smoke alarms over there by himself, and there were loads of them.